Whether it's cryptic social media posts, philosophical podcast appearances, or surprise career moves, the longtime NFL quarterback has built a reputation for keeping fans guessing. But nothing has intrigued the public quite like his romantic life, especially after revealing he quietly tied the knot with a woman he's kept almost entirely out of the spotlight. Now, Rodgers is making headlines once again after delivering a rare, and slightly racy, comment about his wife during a recent public appearance. And let's just say, it's not something fans are used to hearing from the typically guarded superstar. A private love story. Rodgers' relationship history has often played out in the public eye. From his high-profile romance and engagement to actress Shailene Woodley to earlier relationships with other public figures, the quarterback's dating life has fueled endless headlines. But when it comes to his current marriage, silence. The revelation that Rodgers had gotten married seemed to come out of nowhere. There were no paparazzi photos, no Instagram engagement posts, no lavish wedding coverage. Instead, the news slipped out casually during a conversation about off-season life, as if it were just another bullet point on his to-do list. Naturally, fans were stunned. Who is she? When did this happen? How did he manage to keep it completely under wraps? Rodgers has offered only small breadcrumbs, describing his wife as someone outside the Hollywood spotlight, someone who values privacy as much as he does. It marked a major shift for a man who once dated one of Hollywood's most recognizable actresses. The comment that turned heads. During a recent lighthearted exchange, Rodgers surprised listeners by making a playful, and mildly racy, remark about married life. While discussing how much happier and more grounded he feels these days, he joked about how marriage has its perks, adding a cheeky aside that hinted at a very satisfied home life. The comment wasn't graphic, it wasn't explicit, but it was undeniably suggestive, and coming from someone who usually dodges personal questions with diplomatic precision, it felt unusually candid. Social media lit up instantly. Fans weren't scandalized, they were shocked. Rodgers, the master of guarded interviews, had just cracked open a window into his private world. And what they saw, a man clearly comfortable, confident, and maybe even a little smitten. A different version of Aaron. Rodgers has long cultivated an introspective, sometimes enigmatic public persona. He speaks openly about mindfulness, personal growth, spirituality, and the pressures of fame. Over the past few years, he has also become more selective about media appearances, choosing platforms where he can control the tone of conversation. But since revealing his marriage, there's been a noticeable shift. He seems lighter, more relaxed, less defensive. Friends and insiders have suggested that his wife prefers to remain anonymous and far from the NFL spotlight, and Rodgers appears fiercely protective of that boundary. That's a stark contrast from previous relationships that unfolded in front of millions. His engagement to Shailene Woodley in 2021 was widely publicized, with both parties speaking openly about their whirlwind romance. Ultimately, the relationship ended quietly, and Rodgers retreated further into privacy afterward. This time, he's doing things differently. Why the mystery matters. In the age of constant exposure, celebrity couples often build entire brands around their relationships. Public date nights, coordinated red carpet appearances, joint interviews, it's practically expected. Rodgers has opted out of all of it. And that's part of what makes the intrigue so intense. There are no tagged photos, no official announcements, not even a confirmed name beyond scattered reports. For fans accustomed to 24/7 access to their favorite stars, the mystery feels almost radical. It also feels intentional. Rodgers has spoken in the past about how public scrutiny can strain relationships. Fame magnifies everything, arguments, missteps, even normal human flaws. By keeping his marriage shielded from public consumption, he may be preserving something far more valuable than headlines. The internet reacts. After the Racy comment made waves, reactions poured in across social platforms. Some fans celebrated the playful tone, saying it's refreshing to see Rodgers relaxed and happy. Others joked that the quarterback might be in his honeymoon era. A few critics, however, questioned why he would open the door even slightly if he values privacy so fiercely. But here's the thing, it wasn't a full reveal. It was a wink, a tease, a quick acknowledgement that, yes, he's happily married, and apparently thriving. That balance may be exactly what Rodgers is aiming for, maintaining intrigue without sacrificing intimacy. A career in transition. Rodgers' personal life evolution comes at an interesting time in his professional journey. After a dramatic injury that sidelined him early in the 2023 season, Rodgers faced one of the toughest challenges of his career. His move to the New York Jets was supposed to usher in a new chapter. Instead, it began with a setback that sparked questions about his future in the league. Through recovery and rehabilitation, Rodgers has spoken about resilience, patience, and perspective. And now, with a stable home life reportedly anchoring him, some believe marriage may be playing a significant role in his mindset. Athletes often credit family life for providing emotional grounding amid high-pressure careers. If Rodgers' recent comment is any indication, he's feeling fulfilled both on and off the field. Reinvention in real time. Public perception of Rodgers has shifted multiple times over the years. From Super Bowl champion to controversial headline maker, from media darling to misunderstood figure, his image has never stayed static for long. But this new phase feels different. It's quieter, more deliberate, less reactive, and perhaps more mature. His rare flirtation with oversharing, even in a humorous way, signals comfort. Not recklessness. There's confidence in knowing what to reveal and what to protect. The power of privacy. In today's culture, privacy itself has become a statement. By keeping his wife out of the spotlight, Rodgers is making it clear that not everything needs to be content. There's something almost old school about it, reminiscent of athletes from earlier eras who separated fame from family life with firm boundaries. For someone who has experienced intense public scrutiny, that separation may be essential. And the playful comment, it felt less like a breach of privacy and more like a reminder that behind the helmet and headlines is a man enjoying married life. What comes next? Will Rodgers ever introduce his wife publicly? Appear together at an event? Share more details? Maybe, or maybe not. The intrigue might be the point. For now, fans are left with a rare glimpse, a cheeky remark that confirms what many suspected: Aaron Rodgers is not just married. He's happy, and perhaps, for the first time in a long time, that happiness seems to outweigh the noise. In an era when oversharing is practically mandatory for public figures, Aaron Rodgers is doing something radical, keeping something sacred. A playful, slightly racy comment may have sparked conversation, but it didn't break the mystery. If anything, it deepened it. And for a quarterback who has built a career on unpredictability, that feels perfectly on brand.